Prepare your heart, Purple and Gold Nation, because what I have just confirmed behind the scenes in Los Angeles is about to shake the NBA and could change the destiny of our Lakers for the next 5 years. The front office has finally made a decision, and the number placed on the table is simply unbelievable. $240 million. It's a zero-fear move to shield our future from the pressure of rivals like the Utah Jazz and the Brooklyn Nets, but it also raises a question that refuses to go away. Are we betting too much on a single name while the future of LeBron James is still hanging by a thread? I have the exclusive details of this operation that plans to pay nearly $50 million per year to secure our new pillar, and I'm about to show you how this financial checkmate rebuilds our entire roster starting today. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is something no one else is telling you with this level of precision. What's up, Purple and Gold Nation? Welcome to our space for analysis and information. This is where passion for the Los Angeles Lakers meets the precision of the facts, and today I bring you an exclusive update that is shaking the league behind the scenes and could define the destiny of our franchise for the next 5 years. We are facing one of the most critical off-seasons in our recent history, with high-impact decisions involving names that are pillars of our current roster. The front office is working quietly, but the strategic movements I've uncovered point to an audacious plan to keep our competitiveness at the top of the Western Conference. The central point of this strategy goes by the name of Austin Reaves. What once were just renewal rumors are now taking the shape of a historic investment. My sources indicate that the Lakers have absolutely no intention of letting the young guard test the market in a risky way and are planning to put a $240 million offer on the table for 5 years. We are talking about an average of $48 million annually, a figure that places Reaves in the tier of the NBA's biggest stars. This aggressive stance from the front office shows a zero-fear approach to losing him in the 2026 free agency, signaling to the entire league that the Lakers see Austin not just as a high-level supporting piece, but as a central pillar for the post-LeBron James future. This financial movement is a direct blow to the ambitions of teams like the Utah Jazz and the Brooklyn Nets. The Jazz specifically identified Reaves as the ideal target to lead their rebuild alongside Lauri Markkanen, hoping he could take on a true franchise leader role that is often hidden when playing next to legends. However, by offering this massive amount, the Lakers use their financial power to suffocate the competition and ensure that Reaves' development continues under the spotlight of Los Angeles. It is a major bet on the player's developmental ceiling, requiring him to maintain a consistent all-star level to justify every dollar of this investment. While Reaves' situation appears to be moving toward a billion-level definition, the future of LeBron James remains the biggest piece of this puzzle. With the possibility of about $112 million coming off the payroll between expiring contracts and buyout clauses, extending Reaves would occupy a significant portion, but it still leaves room for maneuvering. The King could opt for a more flexible contract to allow the arrival of elite defenders and shooters, or we could see an even deeper restructuring.
Paying $48 million annually for Austin Reaves seems crazy, but it's the bravest checkmate I've ever seen. The Lakers have stopped playing defense. The message to the Jazz and Nets is clear. Our talent stays home. Is it a risk? Yes, but Reaves has ice in his veins and purple and gold DNA.
The strategic question here is balance, securing the permanence of a young and rising talent like Reaves while managing the twilight of the career of one of the greatest players of all time. If the plan to surround Luka Doncic with solid pieces in the future is real, keeping Reaves as this high-level loyal lieutenant is the first step in a much larger mechanism. My technical analysis of this scenario is that the Lakers are choosing continuity over uncertainty. Paying nearly $50 million annually to a player who is still chasing his first All-Star selection is a calculated risk, based on the productivity Reaves has shown in moments when he had the ball in his hands without other stars on the court. It is a move that protects the franchise's assets and prevents direct rivals from strengthening themselves at our expense. The success of this operation will depend entirely on Austin's ability to carry that financial responsibility with the same cold-blooded confidence he shows in clutch shots. With all of that in mind, I want to hear your opinion as a fan. Do you believe investing $240 million in Austin Reeves is the right path to secure our future? Or is that amount too high and capable of limiting our next signings? Has Reeves already proven that he deserves this maximum star status alongside the biggest names on the team? Leave your comment below because your perspective is fundamental to the debate we're building here. If you want to keep receiving these detailed analyses and exclusive information straight from the source, subscribe now and activate the notifications. The NBA market never stops, and I'll be here to keep you informed about every move happening behind the scenes of our Lakers. It would be a pleasure to have you following every step of this journey with me, so don't miss the upcoming updates. When we project an investment of $48 million annually into a single perimeter player, the Lakers front office is, in practice, sending a clear message to the market. The time for experiments and short trial contracts is over. The focus now is to establish a solid and reliable foundation. However, this decision immediately puts pressure on asset management, especially considering that names like Rui Hachimura and even the recently arrived Luke Kennard have contract situations that may be reevaluated to open the necessary space under the salary cap. The financial engineering behind this new Reeves contract requires the Lakers to be surgical when pursuing the so-called elite role players, those hard-working players who accept friendly deals in exchange for a real chance to compete for a championship alongside established stars. My investigation indicates that by securing Reeves with this superstar-level contract, the Lakers are also preparing the ground for a potential transition of on-court leadership. If we observe the data from the most recent games where Austin had a higher usage rate without the constant presence of LeBron James or another dominant star, we notice that his pick-and-roll efficiency and his ability to draw fouls rank among the best in the league for players at his position. That versatility is exactly what justifies the financial effort to push away the interest from the Utah Jazz and the Brooklyn Nets, who were ready to offer our number 15 the role of franchise cornerstone. The Lakers prefer to pay the price of protagonism now rather than searching for a replacement in the inflated 2026 market. The strategy is to transform Reeves into the perfect connecting piece. He has the basketball IQ needed to maximize Luka Doncic's game and the mental resilience to handle the pressure of inheriting the legacy in Los Angeles. But we cannot ignore the elephant in the room, which is the situation of the king. LeBron James, watching the Lakers commit long-term to young talents for such massive figures, will have to decide whether his final chapter in California will focus on maximizing his financial earnings or adjusting his salary to allow the team to add the 3 or 4 perimeter defenders we desperately need. The tendency we observe behind the scenes points to mutual collaboration. The Lakers do their part by securing Reeves, and LeBron evaluates how his permanence can be structured without compromising the roster's depth. It is a high-level chess game where every million matters. The ultimate goal is to build a roster where individual talent is not suffocated by the lack of defensive support, something we suffered from in past seasons. With Reeves secured, the front office now turns its eyes toward the market for defensive wings and centers who can bring the rim protection necessary to free the transition offense that has always been the trademark of our franchise. Concluding this detailed analysis, the move for Austin Reeves is a declaration of principles. The Lakers believe their future is already at home. It is a bet on continuity and on the organic development of a player who climbed step by step until becoming indispensable. Now I pass the ball to you. With Reeves secured for these numbers, do you think the front office's total priority should be pursuing gritty defenders to do the dirty work, or do we still need one more major star to complete the trio? How much does this extension impact your confidence in a championship next season? Comment below honestly, because I want to feel the temperature of the fan base about this new direction we're taking. And if you want to keep following every technical detail and every behind-the-scenes rumor with this depth, don't forget to support the channel. Your subscription and engagement are what allow us to bring these exclusive insights with the seriousness that Lakers fans deserve. Stay tuned because the next few weeks will be intense, and I will be here reporting every step of this reconstruction. It would be a pleasure to have you with us in the next analysis.
My final analysis is clear. The Lakers stopped playing defensively and took a giant risk. Paying $48 million annually for Austin Reeves is a bold checkmate that shields our core from the advances of the Jazz and Nets. It's the price of keeping the purple and gold DNA at home. But what about you, the fan? Do you think Reeves is already worth this superstar status, or is the price too high for our budget?